Gucci here, and today we're actually going to be streaming, uh, still Shadow Era, but we're going to be streaming on the test server. So, uh, on the test server we have the 13 new campaign cards, and the test server is basically just testing them out, make sure there's no bugs, and making sure that you know the balance is fitting in pretty good. So. We got a couple of people here who are we're going to be facing. So if you give me just a minute to set that up, I will. But these 13 new cards will be available soon when update 3.5 2 hits. And the first deck that I have is going to be a Garth deck. Go ahead and set this up here. And ignore Larian Diplomat there. He's going to always be saying that. It's just because it's a test server build, so it's not hooked up 100% correctly to that. So, alright, cool. We got ETC Velas. He's going to be using a Logan against us. So this Garth deck is a version of the Wild Garth deck that I showed a few streams ago. Alright, and we actually have one of the new legendaries here, the Dark Riding Hood. Got the playmat that is actually available on the main server right now. So let's see. I think we're going to get rid of one of the spiders. Pass. So this deck uses a lot of wild allies and tries to use Midnight Sentinel to buff them, particularly things like the spider and whatnot. And the Dark Riding Hood here actually buffs wild allies, so should be a pretty good inclusion, and it's also some card draw as well. Kind of a shame we got all three of these right back to back. There's the Blood Frenzy, which is good for us, because since that has ambush, we can actually play the Midnight Sentinel here. Oh, and he actually goes for the weakening. Smart move. This is Velas we're talking about, though, so yeah, I think we'll get rid of the backstab. I want to save the stop thieves for any potential weapons he might be playing. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and do this and get him healed back up, and he can take care of that Blade Dancer for us. Things are going pretty good. And I actually have no idea what kind of deck he's running, or which of the new cards he's running as well. We will find out. I really want to save those for the weapons, so I think I'm going to do something very uncharacteristic here and probably not good and get rid of the Ankle Breaker. So I could play this or this. I think it's probably best that I play Ill-Gotten Gains. Go ahead and get that out while I'm not pressed for anything, and it also saves the Dark Riding Hood from Logan's ability. Okay. It's a pretty good start here, and we haven't even had to use our ability yet, so we can now use it 2 turns in a row if necessary. Oh, and that's all he had. That's unfortunate for him. So we're actually just going to skip here and just play one of these Dark Riding Hoods. Go ahead and get that up to 3 attack. once we get the Visitian orders, we can start bouncing the Midnight Sentinel, that's when things really will get nuts. Ooh, the Sledgehammer. That's... my Stop Thief's not going to work against that. Darn. Right? Pretty sure. Yep, can't be destroyed unless its durability is 0. Well, darn it. Okay. In that case... This gives ambush 2, right? Yep. So, we're going to go ahead and do this here. Hey, another one. There. And since they all have ambush, which is half good and half bad because I want to get rid of the weapon, but at the same time, we're not taking any retaliation damage, so that's really good. Yep, reserve weapon comes down. I'm going to be able to take care of my treetop spider, no problem. Bit unfortunate. Okay, I think we'll get rid of this here. And we're actually going to Stop Thief his reserve weapon here. Yep, and there's the Great Bear. He is great. And he is a bear. Alright. Yep, and we got the Red-Eyed Warg with its now cheaper ability, which should actually be very good in this deck since you do ping damage. Just ping something and for one more resource, you're doing 4 damage, maybe more. Which is, and especially if you consider that it might have ambush from the Midnight Sentinels. We are starting to lose the board though, unfortunately. But we can get it back. Okay, we're not going to need another one of these. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and knock out one of these Blade Dancers. And then just sort of flood the board here. Ah, good. So we'll play that. And then we are going to play Great Bear. Or actually, Red-Eyed or Warg might be better, because whatever we play is gonna die. I guess with the bear, though, he would be forced to use his ability. Yeah, I think we'll go with the bear. And then we'll bounce the Midnight Sentinel. Yep, so the bear's going down. He's still great. I mean, it took a sledgehammer. It's assuming he doesn't have anything strange in there, like stuff that you'd see in my deck, like War Banner. It's in one of the other decks that I'm going to show today. Ooh, that's something I didn't want to see. So that's one of the new cards that are from the campaign set. Whenever he kills an ally with his hero, it gets readied. So that basically just got haste. So that's 3 extra damage I really didn't want to contend with. Okay. Don't think we need to necessarily sacrifice anything, but I'm going to take a look just in case. No, it looks like we're probably just better off playing as many cards as I can. So, skip. We're going to... This gives 2 health, so it'd be at 6. Yeah. I think we're going to play the Dark Riding Hood and our Midnight Sentinel. Make it a 2/6. Still probably going to go down, but maybe we can get some combat damage and start taking some cards. Yep, and probably should actually hover over this to show what it does if you're not familiar with it. It's a 4 mana or 4 resource 2/4, and Woven and Wild allies have +1 attack while she's on the board. So it works really well in either of those kind of decks. And then when she deals combat damage, she actually draws a card from each opposing player's deck. So it's pretty good card advantage to have her deal damage even if just once. And here's one of the other legendaries, Vol the Insatiable. He's a 4/8 for 7, and when he comes into play, hidden and stealth basically goes away for your opponent. And whenever an opposing ally dies, all friendly allies get +1 attack, which is definitely something I did not want to see. But looks like we're going to see it anyway. Man. Alright, there's an ankle breaker. A little late, ignoring the fact that I threw one away. So we're going to try. We're going to try. So we're going to throw out the ankle breaker, and I think we're going to want to kill off... I'd love to kill off Vol, but I don't really think I can do that yet. So, yeah, I think we're just going to go for the Phaedon Barbarian here. So, ability. Alright, so that thing's gone. Good. And then the Seductress here is going to come in and give that a moment to be on screen. It also has Steadfast. Yep. Comes in, disable that. Not super great since its ability still works, but we're in trouble, so don't think we're going to win this one. Ooh. In fact, we already lost. Alright, so good game to Velis there. I'm going to go ahead and switch decks real quick, just trying to show off some of the new possibilities here. I'm going to go with Elementalis here, because I believe... Yeah, this one shows off Vol, which kind of already did, so maybe we'll stick with the Tala, which will show off some of Laerian Knight and Laerian Sentinel, which are two pretty good new cards. We've got Laerian Knight here, who's a 2-cost, 2/3. All combat damage is reduced by 1, and all ability damage is increased by 1, so he's pretty tanky in combat, but otherwise takes a bit of extra damage. And then Laerian Sentinel is a defender, 0/4 for 2, but gets +3 attack when defending, so doesn't have any attack normally, but when it's being attacked, it gets to attack back first and has 3 extra attack when doing so. So this is sort of a low-cost rush deck using the location, Dead Man's Breach, because pretty much everything in this deck, with the exception of the Alden, is 2 costs. So it's a deck that I have on the live server, and it works pretty well. So we're going to see if the new cards help enhance it even further. And it looks like our opponent will be BT Liliana. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Alright. So let's see here. Oh, it looks like we're going to be doing a mirror match, at least hero-wise. So I'm going to throw away the Larian Diplomat for now. Or actually, I think in this matchup, maybe the Shield Maiden. Shield Maiden works really well with Dead Man's Breach and Road Less Traveled, because the buff will stay there. Alright, let's see. Definitely don't want to throw away Draw. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like I am going to get rid of the Diplomat here. Go ahead and play out an ally here. Actually, I should have probably Santa Bombed. Drawn a lot of extra cards. But early board doesn't hurt. Nope, and there's the Sentinel. Which is not surprising in the least. But unfortunately for our opponent here, Dead Man's Breach gives us Ambush. So, when we play this, we'll basically be able to not have to worry about that. So that's a bit unfortunate for Liliana here. But that card is pretty strong otherwise. I wouldn't have been able to attack it, period, if not for the ambush. Would have had to have waited. Oh, okay. Maybe it is a mirror match. It really wasn't. Oh, and there's... Yeah, we pretty much have very similar decks, it seems. Yep, so Larian Knight's going to be a little tough to deal with, but that's okay. We've got Blade Dancer here. Ooh, wait, no we don't. Forgot about the haste. Okay, we have our own Larian Knight here, which will make Princess of Eleanor unattackable. Let's see. Yeah, and then friendly allies. So I can't haste this in now, which stinks, but oh well. We can get an extra attack point, but it's not enough. I really want to draw, but I don't think that that's going to work out, so we're going to play this and go ahead and do that to buff up the princess and help protect our knight here. I would just go in on their knight, but we would then lose our princess here, so... Can I see chat messages? Oh, okay. My apologies to everyone in chat that did not see. I apparently needed to refresh my chat for it to work. Give me just a second here. So, my bad. Thank you for letting me know about that, Velis. It looks like it's working now. Let me know if it's still not working. Okay, so I got Crippling Blow, which stinks, but that's okay because we have a fabulous card called Road Less Traveled. The unfortunate thing is that it kind of leaves our knight open, but that's okay. We'll save that for next turn when we can actually play a few allies to go on. Because the way this deck typically works is it takes back the board by using that haste very, very heavily. Alright, so let me see if I can get caught up on Twitch chat here. Cool, they turn Kaylin. Respect. Should test Garena Boris. I could test Garena Boris. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Anoxio Squire got a change to where you get +2 attack for uh, 0 resources instead of it being like 1 and 2 if it was on a Templar. So that works really well with Dead Man's Breach. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be using Rampage quite yet. We really need to take this thing down. It's going to be tough, though. I might need to wait a turn, actually, so maybe I will play this. And the reason why I say wait a turn is because I can get the extra attack from the ability here. But then again, like Liliana just mentioned, they don't draw, so yeah, I think we actually might be good to go ahead and start doing this. So replace that. Do this and this. Oh, right, I needed the protector. Oh well. We still have this going on for us. That knight is tough for me to deal with. Yeah, actually, I should have waited. That was actually really bad. Because I forgot that once that goes through, we're going to have a problem. Yep, and thanks for stopping by, Dr. Grindle. Always nice to see you. Yep, so that was a mistake. One that probably cost me the game, but oh well. Because we still have the ambush. So, man, this is just one of those matchups where bad Santa is just bad. Because if I play it, yeah, I'll get my cards, but I won't get it's not going to help me out as much as I would hope. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do this, and really hope that she doesn't get the location again. Okay. All right, and if you could, Insano Mango, go ahead and message me in Telegram a deck list to put together, and I'll show that deck off. Because I don't have that built. Okay. So this is going to be a case where... no, I actually don't have higher ground. That's an interesting thought, though. So higher ground boosts the attack power of defenders, and also can force opposing allies to attack one of your allies. So it works really well with things like Laerian Sentinel. I think this is going to be a case where I'm going to have to draw if I want to even have a chance of winning. And drew exactly 0 allies. Wow. Yep, I was really hoping to get Sword Dancer out of that, because then we could have potentially dealt with the knight here. But oh well, looks like we just played two resources lose. But it happens. I think we were in a bad enough spot where taking a risk like that could have or would have been one of the only ways to get by. So let's see, that's 15, or 5, I mean, 8, and 10. Got 10 damage on the board. So, oh, there's higher ground. Sentinel coming out. Yep, so it's a support ability, by the way, so it will, I think it has a duration of 3. Check that out in just a second. Yep, has a duration of 3. So, good news. So we have some good news and some bad news. The good news is we can finally take care of the knight. The bad news is it doesn't help us enough, but we're gonna do it anyway. So, hiya! Yep, that is a good game. We did lose, but that's okay. Pretty much, pretty much a lot of the people in the test server are better than me, but that's okay. No. Oh, I have ambush. That's hilarious, actually. All right, so I didn't really get that deck list, but I can quickly put together one of the other ones that Insano Mango mentioned, or Skull Boris mentioned actually, which is Logan with Theodron Barbarian, I believe is its name. One second, just gotta, yeah, Logan. Ability? No, not abilities. Allies. Here we go. So we want Sword Gobblers. Just toss this together real quick. If I can remember what all I had in the deck. Actually, no, wait, I have... Yeah, I have Rotham almost built. Just need to put 10 more cards in here. So, let's see. Basically just need to put in more control abilities like Crippling Blow. Uh... Two cost. Let's see here. So Feasterling's still pretty good, and yep, I've got the killing spree right here. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna need a few more allies than that. So where? Or actually, maybe that is enough. That is true. Blade Dancer is pretty good with Barbarian. So I think we'll run that instead. Guess this is so far pretty straightforward. Want some item destruction typically. also agree. Trying to do this quickly and it's messing me up. So need to take it. There we go. Deathmage Thaddeus. Put those in. Probably not the best deck around, but it should work. And we can't forget the most important thing of all: sleeves and playmats. So let's go ahead and give this one a shot. And looks like we're going to be facing Velis again. This time with a Banebow. Alright, this opening hand doesn't look too shabby. Yep, so the general idea here is to build up your board, and then basically wait on Rotham's ability and charge it up and use your weapon to kill an ally, play Killing Spree, or attack with the Barbarian, kill another ally with Killing Spree, that kind of stuff. So, having said that, Killing Spree is probably the... Actually, we'll go with Shadow Font. Go ahead and do that. Sword Gobblers like Rotham's best bud. Yep, there's the Barbarian there. We definitely don't want to throw the Barbarian away. I think we'll throw away the item destruction here and... One of these is going down. So... Question... yeah, this one would make him use the ability at least. So far what I've noticed in playing the test server is that a lot of these new cards are actually doing pretty good and having a pretty good impact from what I can tell. They allow for a few more fun decks to show up, and I'm really looking forward to the release so that everybody can enjoy them. And if you want to get on the test server, all you gotta do is just go to the forums and go to the test server section and just apply to be on it, and you might get in and be able to try them out a bit before they hit the live server. It also helps us with testing and stuff like that. Okay, so that was a bit unfortunate. Cleared our board with the DMT. Man, tough sacrifices. I think it's going to have to be the Killing Spree, and we need cards. And the balance changes are on here too. If you haven't seen those are also on the forums. Feastling, for example, now only deals 1 damage to you with his ability, but he has sustained 1 or 1 HP, so you'll be taking damage every turn. Alright, so we got the Looter's Baton, which is currently hilarious, but not extraordinarily. I think that's going to be the play, though. Man, we're in a bad spot now. So I think what I'm going to do, it gives us 3 + 3 attack to weapons, right? Yeah. think what I'm actually going to do is weaken this here. Kind of wish I hadn't thrown the killing spree away now, but that's okay. Yeah, so this next turn, I'm going to be able to take down the Deathmate Statius here, draw a card, and ready my Barbarian here. So we're going to go ahead and play the Barbarian ability. So now we have 4 attack on this. Go ahead and kill off the Deathmate Statius, draw a card. This is now free. Go ahead and do that. And even though we're going to lose the Blade Dancer here, go ahead and make him use up that ability. Or actually, we won't lose the Blade Dancer. We'll actually lose the Barbarian. So I guess if we were going to lose the Barbarian anyways, might as well play the Blade Dancer. And there's a Towering Brute. We might see the other Phaedon card. Forget what its actual name is, but it will deal 1 point of damage to the Brute and give it some extra attack. Okay. Not real fond of our options here, but I think we'll go ahead and whittle some of this down. And just in general, play allies. Thing is this is gonna die anyway. Question is it still better to make him do it? And I think the answer to that might be yes. Yeah, Commander. Phaedon Commander. Hopefully I'm even saying that right. Phaedon sounds right. The important thing is we still have at least one ally on the board. You know, I have a really bad knack of doing that kind of thing. Where I say something like that, like try to look at the silver linings, and then suddenly everything just goes wrong. Okay, so we got a crippling blow at least. So, I think we're going to play it on the commander here. Target friendly ally attacks the opposing ally with the highest health if possible, or if able. So, yeah, we're not going to really worry about that. Unfortunately, Thaddeus here doesn't have any attack. Ooh, and the sacrificial lamb getting a lot of value out of that crippled commander. Ooh, 2 of these towering brutes. ahead and do that. This. Oh boy. We are hanging on by a string. Let's see, that's 5, 7, 8 from the Blood Frenzy. We have 1 health. If he has 1 damage, we lose. And there's 1 damage. Yep, so... Oh, hello, Gondorian. He is in the chat. Alright, so I think I'm going to switch over to that Elementalis deck that I had earlier. That is the truth. I was definitely impressed with it. Yep, sorry that keeps cycling. Just gotta try and get a match open here. So, the way that this... Yeah, I know. There's not much we can do about that, though. Oh, here we go. We got Velis with a Moonstalker this time around. It is a test server, so weird stuff like that is bound to happen from time to time. Alright, good luck and have fun as usual. So, let's see. And this hand is particularly curvy, if you know what I mean in the card term sense. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of a Vol. Don't really want to, but we've got to get to the point where we can play him. So the idea behind this deck is to sort of get out a bunch of early allies and then use Vol and Stardust Amplifier to just ramp up the attack power to kill your opponent very, very quickly. And Vol's going to help out with Moonstalker stealth, if I can, talk properly today. So, going to get rid of a Mind Control, typically not a good idea. Or actually, yeah, that's just not a good idea. We're going to get rid of the Infinity Core. Go ahead and play our 1-5 for 2. Hurts us every turn, but that's okay. And this guy is going to help prevent Velis from playing too many items and abilities. Yep, and there's been a change to Wave Collapse. It now costs 3, so it's a pretty good neutralizing tool now, in my opinion. That being said, we already have Mind Control, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that there. And I actually think that, which one? Voracious Arachnid, usually better to get out early rather than late. That stinks. Okay. I really don't want to get rid of the Mind Control, but we are about to draw. So let's go ahead and get a free ally here. There's the Brimstones. That's alright, though. I'm actually going to buff this guy up. Try and keep him around. now your mine would suck, but other than that, it'd be tough to get for him to get rid of it. And he might need to get rid of it depending on the kind of deck he's playing. So far we haven't seen much from him, which makes me think he's very top heavy, and what I mean by that is he has a lot of high cost stuff in his deck. Okay, I could play this, but it's not going to be as helpful as drawing more cards and dealing damage. Okay, so we have a lot of extra health on the vermin here, so he can take a hit. In fact, I should have technically have done that first, or would that have mattered? No, I don't think that would have mattered. Never mind. He would have got the buff regardless. Yep, so we took out the brute, and we have a very intimidating board. And we're getting ever closer to being able to use Vol, the Insatiable. So basically, with Stardust Amplifier and Vol on the field, whenever we kill an opposing ally, we get everything gets +2. Everything. Yep, so we could just mind control that off the board. Don't think that's not necessary at all. I think I'm just going to go ahead and push this forward while we don't have too much to worry about. Amplifier is one of my favorite cards in the game, by the way. I just he needed a good partner, and I think he's got one. And I didn't sacrifice last turn. I meant to sacrifice Plightbred here. But we're doing pretty good. We don't have to worry about board wipes. Alright, so we're going to lose a few things here. Yep, the Reactorary, and probably... Man, if I top deck Vol, I'm going to be super mad at myself for not sacrificing last turn. Okay. Okay. So we are going to sacrifice this turn. Go ahead and... I think we're going to go ahead and just mind control this. Just to get it off the board. Yes. That way he can't kill off the False Blood with the Krygon. We got good discard fodder here. So we'll be able to draw and hopefully get one of those Vols. And the good thing is Vol's ability will work on its own. So, like, he doesn't need haste or anything. So we'll go ahead and do that. And this guy has quite a bit of health, so I think we're going to go ahead and use that health to our advantage. I may have finally won one. There's Blood Moon. If he plays anything else, I can blow up one of his items. And by anything else, I meant like item and ability wise. Cool, we get some more draw for us. Definitely don't need this. Go ahead and get rid of his armor first, deny him a bit of draw. Interesting. I bet that works really well with the Fedoran Commander. Speaking of which, with Gondorian actually here, am I even pronouncing that right? Is it Fedoran or Phaedon? Now I don't even remember how it's spelled, so... Oh, another Towering Brute. Yeah, he has to run Commander if he's running all these Ravagers. Alright, come on, Vol. Dang. But regardless, we can go ahead and do this and give +1/+1 to everybody. And we can actually go ahead and wave collapse this guy down. What just happened? Oh, we got rid of the Plightbright of Orion. So wave collapse discarding actually helping us. Okay. Cool. Can actually go ahead and get rid of that there. So wave collapse plus brimstone. Ah, so it's feed on. Okay. Actually, that makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Yep, so we didn't get to use Vol, but hopefully you can tell with just this how impactful Vol would be here. Rabid Bite would suck. Let's go ahead and join in on Insano Mangoes. Incorrect password. Ah, okay. Pass 1 if anyone wants in. Alright. Alright, so this particular hand is not as curvy as the last one, but still definitely workable. Good old Insano Mango. He is the mango that is Insano. Ah. Might actually worry about attachments this time around. Sorry, I get the two mixed up all the time. Alright, see you later, Gondorian. Have fun with football. I'm sorry, soccer. We call it soccer. Okay. Eee. I'm thinking here that we're going to use wave collapse. So hopefully we get lucky. Okay. Oh, well, we did get a little lucky. So here's the other legendary, the human one. Kion the Magnificent. He's a 7 cost, 4/8, just like Vol. Has steadfast and opposing heroes and allies lose stealth and hidden when he enters play. But unlike Vol, he basically gives damage reduction. All damage to friendly allies is reduced by 1. So yeah, that was a pretty lucky discard there. Was hoping to discard Brimstone, but that's okay. That is okay. That was not very nice. I'm not gonna do that. So he didn't take advantage of his thing here, so we're gonna... man, I really don't like discarding all these, but... or sacrificing, rather, but... gonna need to. So, we might get lucky with Wave Collapse here, but we didn't. Would have been cool if we'd actually hit that. Maybe it would have been better to just play the Brimstone. But, oh well. We live and we learn. Yep, so unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to have to do that for my turn, but I kind of thought we might have to. I'm not going to waste pumping my ally up when it's probably just going to die. Ooh, Blood Frenzy. Yep, so he didn't actually kill the ally, which is good news for us. We're going to keep doing this. Get this up. Go ahead and buff it. Doing good. Doing good. Yep, don't think it necessarily replaces mind control, though. Okay, so we're almost there to Vol. Let's go ahead and hopefully get a Brimstone. Man, I tell you, the number of times that I have drawn antimatter with antimatter is ridiculous. Man, I really want to hit it, but at the same time, I feel like that might be a little too much damage. So I think we'll just go in for the hero here. I want to save the buff so that I can give Vol +1/+1 when he comes out. Ooh, an Aeon. That's not good for me. That crippling blow is not good for me either. There's mind control, though, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yes. That is a problem, though. Hopefully we can solve that next turn. We will find out. Time Lord. Yep. Which card you doing? That one? Okay. So, Time Lord is a new card. I guess I should explain that. He's a 6 cost to 8 Aldmore. And as usual, all the Aldmores are neutral. So, he has haste, and for 2 shadow energy, you can target a card in a graveyard and put it on top of its owner's resource pile, and then you take the bottom card of that resource pile. So it's basically drawing a card, but it could be one that you sacrificed or something your opponent had to sacrifice. Alright, so we're going to go and do this, and man, I'm not going to be happy with this because, because it's just not really enough, but I guess having a very good Vol. Oh, that's right, I didn't need to sacrifice. Duh. Because of that there. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Have him at least have to put in some work there. And then next turn we can beef up the Vol if necessary. Take out that soldier there. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and use his shadow energy for drawing since it's not really helping him in the hero ability department right now, so that's probably a good move. Looks like he probably got another Aeon out of that, or maybe even the crippling blow. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't know that I can get rid of that. But unfortunately for me, that Aeon has a lot more than 6 health. Yep, so either way, I think playing this is going to be worth it. And then we'll... Okay, well we got a wave collapse there. That's pretty good. Shoot. I think the wave collapse is going to be more important. Alright, so I have 12 health. So, let's see. He's going to take 6 from Aeon. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I don't like that. I think I'm just going to hit him. He's actually pretty low anyway. Ooh, Nathanius, that's not good for me. Keon? Okay, no free Keon. No! I'm in trouble now. I don't have energy discharge. Go ahead and do that. What did we get? No! I should have drawn first. I should know better than this. Welp. Yep, things are going about as well as expected at this point. Ooh, an Eris. Why don't I have energy discharge in this deck? I mean, literally, this is about the best I can do. Divine intervention. You know, that end turn button is looking pretty good, and there's some suggestion being put in there. End your turn. was going to put energy discharge in the deck. Question is, though, what do I take out for it? Alright, see you later, Skull Boris. Thanks for joining. Yep, and I hope you're looking forward to the new cards as much as I am, because they're actually adding quite a bit of fun exploration that I haven't had for a while. So I'm looking forward to them coming out on the live server and everything. I think we're gonna go ahead and go down one that and just run one energy discharge, the good old one of. What was I trying to do here? I don't think they'll show up in the merchant. They definitely won't. Was gonna take a look at all the new cards here for a second. Something I probably should have started out off with. So if we're filtering by set here, they will be at the very end. Okay. Well, you know, before the sleeves and stuff. So a few of the ones that I haven't used yet are Resolute Hornbeam. It's a 5-cost 2/6 with Steadfast, and at the end of your turn, if your hand's empty, you get to draw a card. And in a similar vein, Winged Redeemer is a 5-cost 2/5, and when he's summoned, you get to exile support ability, so that should help out a lot with the stall problems, and he's a decent ally for doing that. And what I mean by that is the stats. And then at the end of each of the... Oh yeah, that's actually a typo. The turn he comes into play, you draw a card if your hand's empty. We also have Poisoned Well. I actually do have a deck with Poisoned Well, but it's not working right now, so... but it's a pretty interesting card. It's basically a well that you can give your opponent, and you can use that to deal damage to them based on the number of items they have. And it also helps you trigger things like Vermin and Sorcerer. So that's pretty cool if you want to do that. It's also a 1-cost thing for Ravagers to blow up. And then we already saw higher ground, but here's By the Sword, which is a +1 attack to anything that has the sword attack, which is the first time that the sword attack type is mentioned, which is pretty cool. Then we have the Time Lord from earlier, and all these will be in the campaign pack, by the way. And then we got Vol and the Dark Riding Hood, which I've shown off before. And if we clear here for a moment, put in a human hero, and I can stop hitting the wrong buttons. Yep, we got the Laerian Knight and the Sentinel, like I showed off before. Yep, and then here's the Keon from earlier. How did you get a foil Keon? Anyway. Yep, so all those will be available in the campaign packs when 3.52 hits. We're going to play a few more games, though. Just sort of wanted to show off the ones that I haven't necessarily built a deck for. So I'm going to go ahead and start up another one. And we're going to be playing Veles Zana Mist. think we can freely get rid of one of those. Along with all of the changes, there is definitely a lot to explore now, so I am looking forward to seeing what everyone comes up with. Okay, so I can play this or the antimatter. Um, I really don't want to get rid of any of it. He's confused again. This might be the wrong choice, but I'm going for it. I like the blender myself. Make up some smoothies. Oh no. That makes my turn 3 play a lot easier though. You've got the mind control. I actually think that that might be a little more. Oh, the juicer. Let's see. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna play this guy. He's actually stronger and not as good as a free ally, I guess. But now that I think about it, but oh well. What is this conversation? Oh, cool. That's even better, actually. Don't want to go too crazy with the allies this time around, though. Because tidal wave is a thing. It is a thing. Oh, another Garena road deck. Looks like he's gonna search for something big. Visca's pretty big and has just enough attack to ruin my day. Okay. If they gotta focus on big allies, I don't think I wanna. Take a risk here. Alright. No more of that, please. Okay, dang, I really want to save my ability, but I think I don't want to lose it to another Visca. I want something on the board at least. DJ Fenelon is watching us? No! Curses. That's one way to do it. Welp. Guess the question now is which ally is preferred. Probably, yeah, I think Stardust Amplifier is probably preferred, so we're not going to sacrifice just yet. So hopefully we can maybe Vol would have been better actually, because Vol's a lot beefier, and I could use mind control next turn. We'll see, we'll see. Thankfully, Amplifier and Vol do have Steadfast, so no more retreat shenanigans. Ooh, Ooh, stop, stop. I might have to use mind control anyway, which is okay. There are definitely worse things I could do. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I would have gone in on the soldiers, but that would have allowed him to kill it off pretty good. Nerf mind control. It's what a lot of people say. And by a lot of people, I mean typically a lot of newer players. But it does seem pretty overpowered on the surface, but it is a pretty fair card for the most part. Ugh, how am I gonna do this? Playing Vol right now doesn't seem okay. Whoa, what happened there? Don't think that's right. Oh, okay. I thought there was some shenanigans going on there with the other way it works. Oh man, not more Time Lord. I'm so close. Just so close. Maybe I'll draw that energy discharge. Nope, doesn't look like I'm gonna. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just play a Vol here. Not much else that we can do. Also, welcome Sustainic or Sustainiac. Whew. Does he risk it? Nope. Just realized the energy discharge probably isn't going to help me out if I don't have an ally. That's a good ally to have for energy discharge. Okay. Still not doing good here. So really playing from behind here. Because there is a lot of good lower cost human stuff too. Oh, there's a Keon. Could really use that energy discharge, assuming he doesn't put me below 5. But even then, I'm not sure that I'll be doing super good. Hey! I now at least stand a chance. However small that might be. Cool. That could have been worse. I don't know about that. I don't know about that for my draw, however. Yeah, I agree. This is not good. Much as I hate to use it on this, I need it. I need it. Give him all the draws. I think we're just gonna go Vol. It's a shame we couldn't play him this turn. Granted, now I guess he can just do Visca, which would end the game, I think. No, it would come close to ending it. Or he could just do that. Is this... Oh, okay. Yeah. So ignore that message that popped up there. That's just because we had some weirdness with my account on the test server. What did I want to switch to? Oh yeah, the Garth. Yeah, I don't want to give too many opinions on that kind of stuff at the moment. Uh, just I had my reasons for it, but if you do have feedback like that, go ahead and post on the forums. Test server is probably a good spot to put in for the campaign cards, letting us know which stuff that's you think might have a problem. Okay, so this is an interesting hand. We're going first, so unfortunately the Seductress is not going to be as good here. Whew. Ignore all the yawning. I'm still not really getting that much sleep. And no one seemed interested in the XCOM thing, so... Go ahead and get rid of one of those. Start bringing out the spiders. Feasterling, huh? Hmm. So let's see. If I attack it, I'll bring it down to 1, but I go down to 4. He buffs it. It goes back up. Its health goes back up to 4, but his attack goes up to also goes up to 4, which means he could then kill off my spider. I have ambush. What am I talking about? All that thinking. Ooh, there's wave collapse there. Oh, we got rid of an exaltation for it though. That's good. Yeah, buffing it up now would be pretty cruddy for me. Unless I get backstab or something, I'm not going to be able to deal with that. Great Bear is great. As much as I want, I think we'll actually get rid of that and go ahead and just play Great Bear. So if you weren't aware of the Great Bear change, it now gets +2 attack instead of 1 when attacking allies of cost 4 or less instead of 3 or less. So when attacking 4 or less, it's basically a 5/5, which is great. If it was a tiger, I'd make such a Kellogg's joke right now. Especially considering I have family that works in the cereal business and lived in a place nicknamed the Cereal City because of how many cereal factories were there. If you ever do get the chance to go into like a factory place like that, you should. It's very interesting to like see how that kind of stuff gets made. Okay. Yeah, I think the ankle breaker is probably the way to go. Or is it? No. We need to start drawing cards. So it has +2 attack, so this should kill it. And it does. Do our little ping damage here. Haven't had to use our ability yet, which is good. Ooh, no. Darn. At least I have the ankle breaker and don't have to worry too much about that. Go ahead and do that. We're going to use the ankle breaker. Let's get rid of this thing, shall we? 4, and then boom. Yep, ankle breaker is typically, whew, it's a very strong card against elementals, especially Elementalis. Okay, go ahead and disable this. And get rid of this. Yep, so next turn we can take care of that without having to rely on our ability. Hopefully. Play some good old-fashioned allies. And by that I mean new allies. Oh, and we have a backstab, so I can actually save the ankle breaker now. Yeah, let's do this. So, backstab. Yeah, it is a pretty terrible matchup. Ooh, that sucks for me. Wanted to use the Dark Riding Hood, dang it. Okay. Get that. And just plop down allies. Build our board back up. Yep, and those watching the stream should be able to see your comments. So, that's frustrating, but I'm gonna be able to take care of it, so. In fact, do I even need to use the ability? Technically no, but going to anyway. Okay. Disable that for the time being. Actually, we're just going to kill it off. Yep. Yep, good game. Alright, well, I hope everyone enjoyed that. I'm glad I was able to show off a lot of the new cards for you guys and some decks that the good old test server crew has put together. Definitely, there are some of those I hadn't even seen yet, so that was really exciting for me too. Um, Again, I can't wait to see what everybody comes up once it's all out there, and uh, it should be coming out soon. Gondorian plans to have it before, to have the update hit before regionals does. Um, and he would know more about that, but it seemed I haven't heard anything about running into any problems like that. So, as far as I know, we're still on schedule. Um, I will be definitely be streaming the day that comes out. So I hope you guys will look forward to that. And if you stick around, I'm actually going to play. I'm going to play some of XCOM, even though the interest in it seemed pretty low, considering I got exactly 0 people to uh, put in their names. But it's still having trouble sleeping, so I still want to and I still want to play XCOM. So I figured it'd be fun to stream that too. So if you want to stick around for that, you can. If not, that's okay too. And thank you to Velis for playing so many games with me. The test server doesn't have as many people. And just thanks for everyone who showed up. I had a good time. So if you wait just a moment, I will have the other game up and running. Yeah, so Steam, XCOM 2. War of the Chosen. So uncheck all of these mods real quick, because I was playing Long War. Okay. Hopefully that's not super loud like it is for me. Actually, I need to stop the stream real quick. Still a noob at streaming, so that when I export this to YouTube, it won't have a bunch of XCOM footage at the very end of it. So be right back.